Hello and welcome to another video with me, Meoni, for Final Fantasy XIV. It's Fashion Report Friday, and here we are with another task to get at least 80 points in the Fashion Report minigame in the Gold Saucer. This week's theme is Keeping It Cool. Now we have a weapon slot hinting at Deep Freeze, Too Cool is the hint we have for the chest slot, Pirates in the Sky is the hint for legs, Fur and Fluff is a hint for boots, and on the right side the bracelet slot is marked with Deep Freeze as its hint. I will list the items people on Reddit have figured out to get 100 points in just a moment, but first I want to show you what I put together to simply get 80 points, which is the bare minimum required for the 50,000 MGP from the Masked Rose NPC. So the weapon slot I chose because I had it on hand was the Diamond Shiva Cane from FFXIV, and you can really use any Shiva weapon in general. The head slot is open to anything with no hint, however dyeing whatever it is pure white will give you the highest score possible for this week, so I dyed my werewolf headpiece here pure white. The chest piece for best score is actually the Scion Adventurer's jacket from a main story quest. This is dyed jet black dye to get the maximum value for this item this week. The glove slot is open to whatever you like, however if you dye this item Lone Brown you will actually get the max score for this slot this week. I chose the Strife gloves as that's what I had lying around that were already dyed with Lone Brown dye. Next, the plain long skirt. This one is worth 3 stars, but with a lot of the alternatives costing literally millions right now on the market board, this is the best I could really afford. I dyed this with metallic blue dye to add a better score to the item, and for the boot slot I used the Rami boots to try and get maximum score. As for the right side, make sure you fill every slot with something. That goes for all gear slots. Do not leave any slot empty, and make sure you've not glamoured any slot to Emperor's new gear, as because of its invisible nature, it will not actually score any points if it's not visible on your character. So the bracelet slot I completely ignored and just put any old thing in it. The alternative was to do FFXIV again to obtain a bracelet, and time permitting I really couldn't be bothered, so I just put any old gear in here. This actually combined will give you a score of 80 points. If you want to get that 100 point score, then you'll need the following items, with the empty slots filled with anything you want on the right side in between the bracelet. The highest scoring weapon this week is actually the Diamond Katana from FFXIV. Any hat will do again as long as it's dyed pure white for maximum score. The Scion Adventurer's jacket dyed jet black is the highest scoring chest this week. And you can place any gloves in the glove slot but dye them Lone Brown for the maximum score for this slot. Kudzu striking trousers dyed metallic blue are the highest scoring pants for this week, and the cashmere boots dyed Halatali yellow on max score for the boot slot. And the True Ice Bracelet of Slaying gets maximum score for your bracelet slot. Those items combined with the empty slots filled will get you 100, as you can see from this screenshot borrowed from Reddit. I'll actually post a link to this thread in the description so you can go check this out yourself. There are no new items from Kasumi this week to buy, so that wraps up the Fashion Report Friday for the theme of keeping it cool. Share your best scores with me below, and I will indeed see you all next time.